Right. Welcome back to Friday Briefing. We are here. Let's get to know our guest anchor much better. She is Miss Winnie Odinga. Please tweet us any questions that you have. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You know, the first thing when I got to know about you and I watched an interview that you did before, I was like, goodness, she has done so much. So you have studied communication. You've also studied international business
and economics.
Tell us more about yourself.
Like what I do?
Yes, well, anything. I know you turned, can I say?
Yeah, I guess you're about to say it and you already started saying
it. You know what? You're the guest here.
Well, I work in renewable energy. I work with a Green Outreach Foundation Africa, which is a renewable energy foundation. And we try to promote the use of renewable energy sources.
Right.
That's pretty much like my 9 to 5.
Is that a passion that you have, the environment and everything?
Certainly. It's certainly something that we have to take more seriously. In Africa, we have one of the biggest problems of people cutting down trees for charcoal or wood. But it's not necessarily a problem because that's how they've always done things. But it's, there's global warming coming up.
Okay.
We have to figure out new ways.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning. And of course, you are the youngest daughter to the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga. And the curious question here would be, how was it growing up with this high-profile politician? Do you even remember how it was?
Of course I remember growing up. I don't know, people ask me that question all the time and it's just like, I don't know, it's like breathing. It's just how I am. But certainly it's a family that I'm really happy to be a part of. To me, it's a family that's sort of always been on the right side of history, that's always trying to do the best. And it's certainly a family I'm very proud of the work that they've all done. So when people ask me that question, I just say I'm really happy to be part of it.
And how was he as a father? Because obviously being a politician means that you're, first of all, on call 24/7, you know, that you can be in any part of the country at any time. Was he a father who was there for you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Always, anytime. That's not even a question. But always there for you guys too. He's always on call for you guys. Busy, but he always made sure we had our time with him. And because of that, I never wanted for anything really. He was there. Both my parents were there for me when I needed them. So. No problem.
What are some of the fun memories that you have? I remember one of the things you mentioned is swimming. He used to take you for swimming, I think, every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used to go swimming. We watch football. I think that's...
Together?
Yeah.
Okay.
I realized
What team do you support?
No, I'm Arsenal or Goma here any day. There's no question. If you cut me open, you'll find green blood.
Green blood.
Because he's so public, you also have to find ways that you're going to connect with your father or you're going to lose him. And so I just started getting interested in football. Junior got me interested in Arsenal. That could have gone either way. I could have been a Man U fan, by the way. But
what happened?
No, he told me there's an Arsenal Man U game coming on. And then he said, you'll be Man U, I be Arsenal. And so I asked him, why do you want me to be Man U? That means that they must be the worst team. So I insisted, and I think I was 8 years old. Yeah. And since then, I watch football.
Arsenal. And you support Arsenal.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
All right. So also you mentioned Junior. How is your relationship with them? I know for a fact that you came to become so close with the late Fidel.
Yeah.
How is it growing up in such a family with people, different personalities?
I don't know. Well, we're very close. We're all very close. I see my sister every day. She lives 5 minutes away from me. I talk to everybody else every day. Growing up, I don't know. I feel like I have to compare it to another family, but I don't know how it is to live in a family. It was casual. I mean, Junior was the big brother. Of course, he bullied me. Fidel would protect me, and it was pretty casual.
All right, so let's talk a bit about the late Fidel. And you actually came to meet him later on. It took some time before you were able to know, okay, this is my brother, and before you were able to cultivate a sort of like relationship with him.
Yeah. Yes, obviously. Fidel went to college when I was, I think, 3 years old. And he never came back to Kenya. He stayed in America for a few years. And so when I went to America in 2000, I was 10. I guess now you know my age.
Yes, now I know you. And now we'll calculate.
And I met him for the not first time, but we spoke and we hang out and we got very close. He was, that guy. And he's always such a cool guy. So he always took care of me. So, yeah.
All right. Let's talk about mom. She is always on the background, as much as you'll see her, putting up Facebook posts about different issues. She's never that, she never comes out too strongly, obviously, like your father. How is she like, and how's your relationship with her?
My mom is great. Like, I went to visit her last Saturday, the day before my birthday, and she wanted me to sleep over. We're close. Like, we're so close. She calls me all the time. We travel together. We hang out. She teaches me how to be a lady and a woman in the house.
What does she say? Tell me one of the things. Maybe I can learn something.
Don't marry a boy you meet in the bar. That's a big thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
who should you marry? Someone you meet
I don't know. I'm kind of, at this point, I'm just waiting for her to bring me somebody, because it's like all the Indian guys have decided their headquarters will be the bar.
No, it can't be all of them.
I'm not trying to follow them there. Yeah? I mean, can you imagine on your wedding day, your mom asks you how'd you meet, and you say, oh, we met at Excess Millionaires on Thursday night in Vera City? Because I mean, I have to do better for her.
Maybe you meet that person and then you change them for the better.
You can never change a man.
Oh, really?
That she told me that too.
She told that.
You can never change a man.
So speaking of men, are you dating? Are you seeing anyone?
No.
I'm not asking for anybody else. I'm asking for my brother.
Yeah,
so you're
I
safe.
know what you're trying to say. No, I'm okay. It's hard here.
Why is it?
It's very hard here.
Compared to where else?
Actually, well, compared to other places I've lived in quite a few different cities. Kenya is it's a sort of a culture where if you're socializing, it has to be in a setting where people are either in church or they're, out drinking or something.
In a bar.
Yeah, like, especially for people our age. And I don't go to the bar. I don't frequent the bar. And so I don't know where all these guys are. But if I knew, I would look. But I go to football games and...
Oh, they would come and look for you. I mean, that's another option.
Yeah,
maybe they could tweet you or something.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not really looking.
You're not really looking to settle down.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to talk to us about going back to your dad, an incident that you had when you were growing up, to the moment you actually realized, like, hey, wait a minute, that this guy is actually very, very popular. To that point, you said that he was just a for you, but then there was that incident that you had that made you realize, like, whoa, okay.
It was the rally. It was when he took me to the rally, I believe. Well, he used to take us to many rallies.
How did you used to find that?
The energy. Have you been to a rally before?
Of course I have been to a rally.
The energy, it's electrifying. I mean, it's there's nothing like it. Especially a rally where Raila Odinga is. I've never been to one like that. So that was when I realized, hey, this guy is a big person, and all these people you see in the house, they're big people. Because he used to play football with Bunga FC.
Yes.
And I used to be the ball girl. I used to go run and get the ball. And I didn't even know these people were, these are Meshimiras,
Yes.
I didn't know. So that day at the rally, when I saw people relating with all of them, is when I knew, wow, yeah, this Iko Kitu hapa.
Iko Kitu hapa.
There's something here.
All right. Talk to us about what you think about his presidential ambition. 2017 is coming. He probably was going to be on the ballot. What do you think about his quest to get to the presidency?
I don't know. Did he tell you he's going to be on the ballot?
I don't know. I'm guessing. That's what I said. He could be. What has he told you?
He didn't tell me that.
He's not told you that. Maybe he's told us in one of the interviews. Maybe.
Personally, let me tell you what I think.
Yeah.
I don't. The way I know it's not running for presidency.
Right.
But more so, and I say this all the time, the societal change, yeah, that anybody can get there, that everybody has an option. And so certainly it doesn't have to be Raila Odinga, it could be Betty, it could be Sam, it could be anybody. But the person has to fit the bill. They have to be able to prove and to do the right thing and have a history of doing the right thing.
Do you think your father has that?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Everybody knows, whether you choose to believe it or not. Is, like I said, it has a history of always being on the right history, always trying to do the best for this country. No corruption cases. Thank God I can say that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I'm so proud to be an Odinga, because this is a name that's associated with doing the right thing and trying to help people. And like I was telling, we're all named, like my name is Winnie, named after Winnie Mandela, somebody who agitated for the rights in her country. In our family we had Fidel Castro, somebody who agitated for the rights in Cuba. I have a cousin called Sankara, I have a cousin called Samora, I have a cousin called Aquino. So this sort of lifestyle is one that where everybody is sort of committed to trying to do the right thing and to help. So certainly, if that's why he's running for president, if he decides to run for president, yeah, of course, yeah, I support that.
All right. Yeah. Finally, as we wind up, as a young Kenyan woman, do you think that youth are interested, in voting for a person who you say, has to fit a certain caliber? Are we interested? Are we hungry to have a leader of the caliber that you've mentioned?
Of course. As long as Kenya remains a developing country, we are always hungry for better leadership. And right now, I think Kenyans have been cheated with very poor leadership. They want it, they're craving it. And certainly, I'm sure right now you have a problem with voter apathy. People are not interested in voting, and we get that, we understand that.
Right.
And I think it's because people don't have trust in the voting process, the IBC and the voter register. Like, it was because we go around the country,
right,
and people say, why should I register? Somebody's just going to steal it. So I think there's need to create confidence in this voter registration process, make that voter register public. It's not something that's a deal between the IBC government. It's something that is public property.
Right.
It's public knowledge, and people have to be able to see that and agitate for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, finally, what is Winnie Odinga's vision for herself as a woman? There are very many young women who are looking up to you, and they probably did not have the opportunities that you had, to travel the world and live in different places and go to different universities. I mean, what is that message that you will pass out to anyone who's listening to you right now about vision and inspiration?
Wow, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I don't know. My vision, I want to see better. I've seen better. I've lived in better. And I know we can do better. I want to see better. I want to see more young women coming out. And I want to see stronger female role models. Currently you have older female role models.
Right.
We have the First Lady. Of course, you've got all these other musicians. And then when you come down to our age, you sort of have like video vixens and socialites, and that's not something to aspire to be, in my view. That's taking the easy way of life. I want to see more female role models. I want to hear young women speaking. The way I see it is politics is sort of set up for men, how men respond to power. And so as women, there's no space for us. But we can create our own space, right? As African women, we can create our own space and agitate for our own rights.
All right.
Yes.
All right.